on today's episode of Hubris Syndrome, we're yearning for the past and the future. Hello everyone, welcome to the show. It's good to be back. You know, we've been doing the podcast format for a while because of reviews and scheduling, craziness, but we're back, we're here, and today, TGS has come and gone, and with it, hopes and dreams. So we're talking about franchises we miss, franchises we want back. No, we demand back. First up, we're getting down to business immediately. A call to action. Capcom, you better be watching this. Onimusha.
Samanosuke, defeat and seal their souls. To your right hand.
Capcom, seriously, what is the deal? What is the deal? Onimusha, bring it back. I don't even need a sequel, just give me a remaster. Just put it on the PlayStation Store. Onimusha, we haven't had an entry in this series really since 2006. That's over a decade ago. And I know there's demand out there. I know so many of you watching are feeling the same as me. You just want that Onimusha love. For those of you that don't know what Onimusha is, because it hasn't been back for 11 years, it is basically Samurai Resident Evil. The first game stars Samanosuke, and it's fixed cameras. You're going through these awesome feudal Japanese environments. It's got pre-rendered backgrounds. You're collecting herbs. It is, for all intents and purposes, Resident Evil, but samurais. Then Onimusha 2 came out, you're a different character, you're Jubei, the scope and scale expanded, there's a shop and an economy, and then Onimusha 3, end of the trilogy, Samanosuke's back with Jean Reno the Professional. I don't even know how this game is so awesome. Like, Jean Reno is a French cop that time travels back to Japan, and Samanosuke is a samurai that travels to modern day Paris. So it's kind of this fish out of water situation, and it's just the best. And then there was Onimusha 4, which was a totally different character and really changed it up. Went for more hardcore combat versus you know, puzzles and exploration, and the franchise is just incredible. You know, we got Neo, and that's more Souls-like, but you look at the response for Neo, the feudal Japan era, fans love it, and for Onimusha to come back would be perfect. Stay tuned till the end of the episode for a little more Onimusha hype. Next up, down to business immediately. Streets of Rage. Don, cue the music. Streets of Rage. Come back to me, please. Oh, please, Streets of Rage. The best beat 'em up of all time. It is not a question, it is not a debate. Case closed. Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3 on Sega Genesis. My favorite video game soundtrack of all time. And specifically Streets of Rage 2, to me, is the culmination. The art style, the tone, it has this melancholy vibe to it that I can't ever quite put my finger on with Streets of Rage. It's this beautiful melancholy thing. I don't know, maybe I'm weird for thinking that, but let me know if you agree. And just the stage variety, going through these stages, you know, the back streets, the bars, roughing people up. It's just perfection. And you can play this game solo, you can play it co-op, you can play it in a room of people, a big group gathering, and it's timeless. It is still just as good in 2017 than when it was first released in the 90s. Next up, something from my childhood. Something from, well, the first two. The first two are from one of my favorite video game studios in the business, Max Payne.
What the hell?
So Max Payne 1 came out in 2001, and 3 came out in 2012, you know, which isn't that long ago. But I miss this franchise. This franchise is near and dear to my heart. I can remember going to an EB Games with my mom. She picked up Max Payne 1 for me because I remember the screenshots of this game in PC Gamer and GamePro back in the day were mind-blowing. Like, this game was so hyped before it came out. And I can remember getting the game, and it was the first DVD case for a video game I ever bought. The first one I ever got. I remember driving home and just flipping through that instruction manual for Max Payne, booting it up on my PC. This game, that noir, hard-boiled cop with nothing to lose, down on his luck. His family gets brutally murdered, and it's got those comic book style story moments. And of course the slow motion, you know, everyone's gun fu, Matrix, Neo, bullet time, diving through the air with a shotgun. Max Payne 1 specifically, the tone is one of my favorites. It's just got a hard-boiled, gritty vibe. And we got Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. I have a mouthful there. And the character model changed, you know? He looked super old. It was like Dad Max Payne, but it wasn't that much later. There was a disconnect. It was a weird vibe. You know, I'll always love Sam Lake's face. Come on, Sam, come back. If Max Payne comes back, I want Sam doing the motion capture. So then Max Payne 3 comes out. It's not Remedy. It's a weird game. You know, you got Max shaving his head. It's Rockstar drinking alcohol, but the shooting and just like, I'll always remember, this is what I remember about Max Payne 3, is shooting someone and watching their body crumble. It's got a good, like, crumble to it.
Levanta, caralho! Levanta!
Talking about Max Payne, not a sequel, not a reboot. Rockstar, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Max Payne, in Grand Theft Auto 6. Anywhere from a main character, a side character, somebody you run into, you're pulling a heist, and who shows up? Detective Payne. Lastly, certainly not least, I am Tarak. Tarak, Dinosaur Hunter. Tarak, you know, here's another story, a little trip down memory lane. I can remember picking this one up on Nintendo 64 from Target. I know you like that, Bossman. Picked it up from Target. I remember coming home. By the way, I paid like 85 bucks for a copy of Tarak back in the day. $85 for this game? What? Let me know. I want to know in the comments. Did you pick up Tarak when it launched, and did you pay 85 US dollars? Did I get hustled at Target? I don't know. So I can remember coming home with this game, and then getting to a shrine to save your game, and I didn't know what it was because I was a kid, I was a youth, I was a little lad. It's like, you need a memory pack to save your game. I said, what's a memory pack? I don't know what this is. Couldn't save my game. So I say, Mom, we gotta go back, you know? I gotta dip into my child's savings, my taking out the trash, mowing the lawn money, my allowance, and I need to buy this memory pack. So I go get the memory pack, come back, and then I am greeted with Tarak, Dinosaur Hunter, just nailing those bow and arrow shots on those raptors coming at you is so satisfying. It's got a top tier pump action shotgun. It's got 2 shotguns. It's got the auto shotty, which is amazing, but the pump action just feels good. And then Turok 2 Seeds of Evil just upped the ante. You know what I love about Turok is all the crazy, wacky weapons and just hunting dinos. There's not enough dino games. I know I brought this up on a few episodes ago. There's not enough dinos around. So then we get the Tarak Reboot. Now, this game isn't as terrible as many say. Swimming in 7s in my book. It's got a really cool knife. It's good knife kills when you get the dinos. But, you know, it went for the generic, modern, military, shaved head dude killing things. But what this game did, the Tarak Reboot, it broke the cardinal rule. It committed the most heinous video game crime. It has an absolutely terrible shotgun. Offensively bad. It's like a pistol. Unacceptable, especially for a franchise that cares so much about their weaponry. The Tarak Reboot did not. But it needs another shot. This franchise needs another chance. Dinos, they're not represented enough. You know, Ark Survival, that's out there. Sure, we're getting that Jurassic World game for Dawn. Good. But I need classic Turok, Dinosaur Hunter, bow and arrow hunting dinos. You know, and I don't count Horizon Zero Dawn. Sure, they're kind of dinos, but I need flesh and blood. I need flesh and blood dinos. I need Triceratops running through the forest, trampling trees to get to you. That's it for the episode. Those are some deeply personal franchises that I really, really miss and would love for them to make a return, to make a comeback. Shout out to some of the other Easy Allies. I asked them what franchises they missed. Brad and Mr. Jones said Tenchu. Yeah, Tenchu and Onimusha crossover, let's go. Damiani said F-Zero. Bloodworth said Katamari. And Mr. Bossman gave a little troll answer, said Mass Effect, haha Kyle. And Ben said Phantasy Star. So let me know in the comments some of your franchises that you deeply, deeply miss and want to see make a comeback. And tune into Talking Syndrome this Saturday, 11 a.m. on twitch.tv/EasyAllies. If you like what you saw, I'll be back here next week doing the same thing about something else. Who knows what's on my mind at that moment. Thanks for watching.
It's time for the syndrome.
I promised some more Onimusha hype at the end of this episode. Capcom, please help us out. If you haven't seen this, or if you have, watch one of the most hype intro cinematics of all time. Cue it, Don.
Leave him be. I'll take care of him.
Galiganto.
We meet again, Samanosuke.
You shall not meet Nobunaga. Samanosuke.